Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing a really quick review on some protein powder that I'm currently using, which is this one here, which is PN Whey Isolate. I'll leave a link below this. It's got a lot more information and detail about it. So if you've looked back on my other videos, you know I've done a few videos on protein drinks. Well, I may have done one or two, but I normally use plant-based protein. Why? Because I used to find that I'm lactose intolerant, and with whey protein back in the day, talking 10 years ago, I used to get really bloated and get really bad wind and just general stomach upset from using whey protein. Now recently with my diet, I've been trying to change it up a little bit and I'm trying to increase my protein content. So I'm tracking my macros and I want to increase my protein. And that's actually quite difficult during the day, just to get something quick and easy to consume that's going to increase your protein. I can have lots of snacks and things like that, but some of those things come with the other side effect, which is fat and carbs. So I wanted an alternative that was low in carbohydrates, low in fat, but high in protein, that I could have as a breakfast or as a kind of a meal replacement during the day, just as a quick snack, just to give me a bit of extra protein so I can hit my macros, my daily target for the day. So I looked into different protein powders, and normally in the past I've used whey concentrates, and like I said, I had really bad side effects with those. So I looked into using a whey isolate. Now the way that whey isolates are produced is that they are naturally lower in lactose, so it won't affect your gut if you're naturally lactose intolerant, and they are lower in fat as well, as a side note to the way they're produced. So it kind of worked for me, and I thought if I could find one that tastes decent and I could use daily, I'd stick to it, and this is something that I've been looking into. So I wanted to get something that was reasonably cheap, nothing overpriced. I know On do some really good protein, but it's expensive, and to be honest, they're all made in pretty much the same way. It's just what they add to it. I didn't want anything that had too many additives as well, and sweeteners. So this one is a great kind of combination. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and I found that I felt amazing afterwards. I have had no bloating, I've had no upset stomach, and I've had kind of good energy return afterwards as well, which is a sign that's agreeing with my kind of biology. So let's give you a quick look at this box and what's on it. So you can see that it says it's 27 grams of protein per serving, low in fat, low in lactose, and there's no aspartame. So it has got sweetener in here, and I'll show you the other ingredients as well. But it's got some BCAAs as well, almost 5 grams of glutamine per serving, which is great. It says ideal for lactose intolerant people, ultra filtered, great tasting, mixes instantly. And then if I look at the label, just to give you an indication of there, you can see all the amino acid profile, and you can see it's 1 level scoop, it's 30 grams, and it says it's about 60 servings per container. Now I'd take that with a pinch of salt. You'll see why in a minute when I show you the actual scoop. The scoop itself is pretty huge. It's big compared to other scoops that I'm used to seeing. So you can see there's like a shovel in this thing, so it's pretty huge. And they're saying there's 60 servings in this container. Well, I don't believe that to be true. I think you might struggle to get 20 out of that, but either way, it's quite a small container. You can see it's only, it says 30 servings, 908 grams, but yeah, that's a pretty big scoop if you ask me. So that's what the scoop looks like. On the other side as well, just so you know, that I've been mixing this with 200 grams of almond milk, because obviously you don't want to mix this with milk because of the lactose. You want to avoid that. So I've been actually mixing it with just almond milk. And if I show you the macronutrient profile for this into MyFitnessPal, which is a nice application I like to use, and the unsweetened almond milk at 200 grams is giving you about 26 calories. And the whey isolate by itself is 115 calories. So in total, it's very, very low calorie wise, but you are getting kind of that 27 grams of protein. And I'll just show you that on MyFitnessPal so you can see that, 27 grams of protein, which is really great. So it's a nice way of me quickly adding some protein to my diet. And what I found with this is if I mix it up and blend it together, I'll blend it and show you in a moment, but it gets quite a nice consistency. It's not too thick, but it's easy to drink. So let me just blend it up and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've blended this up and you can see, I'll pour it out. You can add more water to this. I've added a little bit of water just to give this a little bit of a less thick consistency, but if you want it thicker, obviously feel free to add it. What I also recommend as well, I'm not going to drink this straight away. I'm going to leave it for at least 3 or 4 minutes, because if you get easily bloated and you find that with these protein drinks, especially whey protein drinks, when you blend them up, they get a lot of air bubbles in them. And if you start drinking those air bubbles, you're going to automatically feel really, really bloated. So it might not be the protein itself, it's just the fact that it's got air in from blending it. So I like to leave it for a few minutes to let the kind of air bubbles go down. But let me just tell you what this tastes like. I'm just going to have a quick sip. So it doesn't actually taste like chocolate. It tastes sweet, not very sweet, but a little bit sweet. It tastes probably more like a vanilla flavour, to be honest. It doesn't really taste chocolatey at all. But there might be a mild cocoa flavour. So if you don't like really strong chocolate, or you do like really strong chocolate, this might not be for you, because it doesn't taste super chocolatey. It tastes a little bit like a weak Nesquik shake, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I wanted to just show you this, guys, because I think it's a great way of adding protein to your diet. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next video.